and I will be your grade 5 science teacher. How are you today? That's great! Today, we're going to learn about listen and have fun.
Unit 1, Our Body. Vocabulary. Before we start, let's have our words to learn. Nose. Nose. Smelling. Smelling. Nasal cavity. Nasal cavity. Tongue. Tongue. Tasting. Tasting. Sweet. Sweet. Sour. Sour. Salty. Salty. Bitter. Bitter. Smelling and tasting. The nose. Now, students, let's talk about nose. What is the organ that you use to smell? That's great. We use our nose. The nose allows us to smell. There are nerves in the nasal cavity that send signals to the brain, which identifies the smell. The nose is an olfactory and respiratory organ. The nasal cavity has 4 functions: warms and humidifies the inspired air, removes and traps pathogens and particulate matter from the inspired air, responsible for sense of smell, drain and clears the paranasal sinuses and lacrimal ducts. The nasal cavity is the most superior part of the respiratory tract. What organ allows us to smell? Excellent! Our nose. And our nasal cavity, that is the part of our nose who sends signals to our brain to identify the smell. What part of our nose sends signals to the brain to identify smell? That's great! That is our nasal cavity. If we smell something, nasal cavity will send signals to the brain and the brain will identify the smell. The hairs in the nostrils filter out any large object which we might breathe in. Look at the mirror. You can see you have hairs inside our nose. And those hairs help us to filter dirt or large object which we might breathe in. The bridge of our nose is made of soft bone called cartilage. The cartilage protects the nasal cavity. The nasal cavity is the most superior part of our respiratory tract. That is why we have cartilage or soft bone to protect our nasal cavity. Cartilage again is soft bone. Smell and taste. Smell and taste are closely linked. The taste buds of the tongue identify taste, and the nerves in the nose identify smell. They help you detect danger by tasting whether the food you are eating has gone bad. Smell and taste. They help you detect danger by smelling smoke if your house is on fire. Tasting and smelling are also closely connected to your emotions and can often bring back memories. Look at the pictures. Those pictures are the example of our cilia inside our nose. It is only the size of a postage stamp, but it is covered in over 200 million tiny, dangling thread-like shapes called cilia. There are about 20 types of cilia. Each one detects different types of smells. When a smell wafts up your nose, it triggers a particular combination of cilia. They send signals along neurons to your brain, and your brain analyzes the information to work out exactly what the smell is. Fun fact: it's impossible to sneeze with your eyes open. Fun fact: most people can tell the difference between 10,000 different smells. Tongue. The tongue is a muscular organ in the mouth. The tongue is covered with moist, pink tissue called mucosa. Papillae. Top of the tongue with thousands of tiny bumps. Look at your tongue. We have thousands of tiny bumps there, and that is what we call papillae. Tiny bumps called papillae give the tongue its rough texture. Thousands of taste buds cover the surface of the papillae. Taste buds are collections of nerves like cells that connect to nerves running into the brain. The taste map. Most scientists say the tongue can detect 4 main tastes: sweetness, saltiness, sourness, and bitterness. Let's find out where is it located. Number 1, we have on the bottom of our tongue, bitter. Number 2, on the side of our tongue, we have sour. Number 3, on the other side, we have salty. And number 4, on the tip of our tongue, we have sweet. Some think there is also fifth taste called umami or savoriness. Our tongues can differentiate between these flavors. We have here sweet, sour, salty, bitter. But you can taste many more than 5 flavors because your nose and tongue work as a team. When you eat, molecules of food wafts up your nose, giving you extra clues about what you are eating. An average person can detect thousands of different smells and tastes. But how do you know which is which? The answer is that your brain has a huge library of different tastes and smells locked away in its memory. Every time a sensation comes in, the brain compares it with its memories to find out whether it is a chips or cola, perfume or sweaty socks. Fun fact: your sense of smell is 10,000 times better than your sense of taste. Always remember, the sense of smell is more than better than the sense of taste. Now, let's have an activity. Are you ready? Good. Let's start. Number 1. What can you taste if you eat bitter gourd? I will repeat the question. Number 1. What can you taste if you eat bitter gourd? Look at the picture. That is a bitter gourd. What can you taste if you eat something like that? The answer is bitter. We can taste a bitter flavor. Number 2. What can you taste if you eat cake pops? These are the cake pops. Again, I will repeat the question. What can you taste if you eat cake pops? What is your answer? Very good. The answer is sweet. We can taste a sweet flavor. Number 3. What can you taste if you eat fries? I will repeat again the question. What can you taste if you eat fries? Excellent. The answer is salty. Number 4. What can you taste if you eat oranges? Again, number 4. What can you taste if you eat oranges? Excellent. The answer is sour. Number 5. The bridge of our nose is made of blank called cartilage. Again, I will repeat the question. The bridge of our nose is made of blank called cartilage. What is your answer? What bone is that? Good job. The answer is soft bone. Number 6. Most people can tell the difference between blank different smells. Again, I will repeat the question. Number 6. Most people can tell the difference between blank different smells. What is your answer? Great job! The answer is 10,000 different smells. Number 7. Scents in the air can be picked up in our blank. I will repeat the question. Number 7. Scents in the air can be picked up in our blank. What is your answer? Excellent! The answer is our nose. Good job, students. Number 8. What are the 4 main tastes? Again, what are the 4 main tastes? What is your answer? Great job! The answer are number 1, sweet, 2, salty, 3, sour, and number 4, bitter. Number 9. What do we call to the tiny bumps on the top of the tongue? Again, number 9. What do we call to the tiny bumps on the top of the tongue? What is your answer? Good job! The answer is papillae. And number 10. In general, for most people, which sense is better, smell or taste? Again, I will repeat the question. Number 10. In general, for most people, which sense is better, smell or taste? Which one is better, our sense of smell or our sense of taste? What is your answer? What is your answer? Great job! Sense of smell is better than the sense of taste. Always remember that our sense of smell is always better than our sense of taste. Taste and smell. Thank you. See you next lesson.
That's all for today. I hope you've learned something. Stay safe and healthy. See ya!